Yo, what's up, guys? Abe here. How's everybody doing? Just want to drop in here, let you guys know a couple things that's on your boy's mind. So, alright, I'll just shoot, I guess, man, because, alright. One, I want to talk about the masks. Masks gotta go. It's unconstitutional.
No, it's not. You do not have a constitutional right to spread your illness during a pandemic.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
The
capitalism.
government can mandate various things during pandemics and the like. For health reasons, they can say you need to wear a mask in public. They just can. Yeah, Sume,
There's
sure you
nothing
do.
funny about the tools of
Pants are
capitalism.
unconstitutional. We need a Hannah gets rickrolled space. No, that would be setting up a system that would create even more rickrolls.
We as people,
There's
we as a
nothing
nation,
funny
need to
about the
know
tools of
our rights.
capitalism.
We need to know that it's time to, not be afraid. We could just tell the people at the doors, this grocery market, whatever you go on to shop, whatever you got to do is so important. The majority of the big stores, the big grocery chains, let's say Walmart, Sam's Club, all these people, of course, they know the significance of them, of these civil rights violations, basically.
It's not a civil rights violation. Even if you wanted to argue that needing masks in public was somehow a civil rights violation, it's not. But let's pretend you're arguing that. Within a private business, they can tell you to do whatever they want. Heck, they could say, you can't come into Walmart unless you take your pants off. And that would be their right as a business. Now, you can't be forced to go into that business and take your pants off, but as a private entity, they also can't be compelled to let you in with your pants on if that's their weird arbitrary rule. In this case, it's not arbitrary. It's a public health and safety issue, and that's why they're doing it. Because people don't want customers to be dead, because you can't buy things if you're dead. It's simple.
Basically,
If you don't want to wear a mask, get curbside for your groceries. Even then, when the person comes to your window, you should, as a courtesy, have a mask on. But I guess they can't force you to do so in your own vehicle. Nonetheless, even if you don't want to do that, get them delivered. There are 1,000,001 ways to get around this if you really, really don't like wearing a mask. Stop being children about it.
long story short, if you tell somebody, I go into Walmart and I tell them, listen, one word's what I say. I'll just say medical. But listen, yeah, or you could just say, listen, I'm medically exempt.
You're not. Stop lying. You people are ridiculous, narcissistic children. And by the way, even if medically you can't wear a mask, they don't have to let you in the store. What the Americans with Disabilities Act says is that they have to provide some sort of reasonable workaround, basically. So often what will happen, and I've seen this happen in some of the Karen videos that we've watched in other streams, the Karen will come in and claim, like, I'm not going to wear a mask, I refuse to wear a mask, or something along the lines of that. And they'll say, you can order your groceries or tell us what you want and we will bring them out to you, but you can't come in the store. And they freak out about it. They're like, you have to let me shop. No, they don't. Even if you legitimately have some sort of disability that prevented you from wearing a mask, which I find dubious at best considering people with asthma wear them and they're fine. Even so, you shouldn't be out. If you have some debilitating condition that allows you to not wear a mask, you shouldn't be out during a pandemic. I'm sorry, I know that sucks, but life sucks sometimes. Anyway, they've provided you an option that they will go and shop for you and bring it to you, and that's the workaround, and that's all they're required to give you, is something like that. They would still provide you the service. If that condition is not good for you, it doesn't matter. They've done their job, and you have to leave and go somewhere else. This is the nature of private businesses.
The Americans Disability Act, through the provisions in the ADA, I'm medically exempt. I don't have to wear the mask. Simple as that.
And a lot of people are going to be like, prove it. Even though, yes, legally you aren't supposed to do that. Or they're going to say, fine, but then you need to go outside and we'll shop for you, and you're going to be mad about it.
There's nothing
I'd
funny
say
about
medical-
the tools of capitalism.
MMO addicted with 10 bits. I have very bad asthma, and I only get bad after like an hour of wearing it. You can shop for an hour, Karen. Yeah.
Everybody just doesn't give me no shit. You know, it's just simple as that. I can go in. So if more people, basically what I'm saying is for more people to do that, they, you know, once we start resisting, they're going to take note. They're going to take notice. It's going to be the
Resisting public health measures doesn't make you a freedom fighter. It makes you a dick.
The pressure, you know, shouldn't be on us at that point. It should be on our government officials in the state, even the people that are enforcing those rules at the doors of these these places at the front door, saying, "Oh, you need to wear a mask." They're not even going to want to do their jobs at that point. People need to push back, you know, because people.
Report. Other dangerous acts. Telling people to lie about medical conditions. Oops, typo. Telling people to lie about medicines so they don't have to wear a mask in stores and in public. Also, QAnon stuff. God, my typos are so bad. Conditions. Oof. Conditions. So, God, my typos are the worst. Public. QAnon. Here's a link to the video if you would also like to report this for promoting dangerous behavior. Please do so we can get this guy off of YouTube.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Tucker White
capitalism.
94, I've said it on stream before, but how hard is it to wear a mask for 10 to 15 minutes? Needed to buy stuff from our capitalist overlords? It's a minor inconvenience at best, yeah. Cherry Tree Boy with 100 bits. People like that make me
There's nothing funny
angered.
about the tools of
Same.
capitalism.
Push back. And if we don't, they're going to have their way a little bit easier. So it's time to learn. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to move my phone here.
There's
we need
nothing
to learn.
funny about the tools of
Cascadia
capitalism.
93 says, I am a flex security officer. I've worked a few shifts at Sam's Club and Walmart. These people are dangerous. I was threatened with multiple fights, and I've escorted over a dozen people out. One even clocked a manager with a box. They're genuinely the biggest threat to public safety, and I can't do anything because I'm not the police, just private. Yeah. People are nuts. The narcissism these people display is honestly so scary.
When it's time to fight back, and now it is. You know, I watch people like Mark Taylor, modern day prophet of the Lord Jesus Christ. Mark Taylor speaks. He's always talking about, you know, we need to fight back. It's time to. We don't need to be on the defense. We need to be on the offense. You know, you're talking about a boxing match or any type of physical combat. Anytime you're defending,
There's
you know,
nothing
anytime
funny
you're
about the
defending, you're
tools of
losing your fight.
capitalism.
So I train jiu-jitsu myself. You know, I know that.
The ultimate own to this guy would be the Green Bay Packers telling this guy he's a piece of shit.
You're defending, you're losing. I'm talking about a competition or something. And time always isn't on your side, too. So, you got to get ahead. So, in this spiritual battle, man,
nothing funny about
I'm sorry,
the
in
tools of
this spiritual
capitalism.
battle
What's the
right now,
timestamp we should put?
we need
I
to
don't
get
know. I
ahead.
was at 2
We
minutes
need to
something.
pray. We need to stand the word. We need to pray for God's holy protection, you know, to send the Spirit to us and really so we can defend ourselves. Because that's the only thing at the end of the day that's really going to guide us through this life and without being eternally damned. You know, God sent His Son to pay the price for us. He bought us on the cross. Now we are His. It's just up to us to acknowledge that fact and say, hey, listen, take me. I'm going to ride with you, Jesus Christ, while this holy war is going on. Because make no mistake about it, it is a holy war, man.
No. No, it's not. Wear a mask, you dick.
Look at all of Hollywood. There is no more Hollywood. There's no more Hollywood. Everybody's been arrested. Everybody.
No, no one's been arrested. What are you talking about?
People supposedly been executed. I want to talk about it so much. I believe that it's damn sure possible. You know, I follow the Q movement, baby. Yeah, baby. Get on board. You know, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to act like it's all gospel because this is an information war.
Tucker White 94. Did I miss the part of the Bible that said it's blasphemy to wear a mask?
You got to know where your sources are. Your information, you got to make sure you're going to reliable and trusted sources.
I don't believe all these lamestream media sources. I get my information from 8chan or Facebook.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Flames in the side of my face.
From people that don't have a separate agenda to sell.
Andrew Dickerson, I can't take any more of this. I'm so sorry. I'm so pissed. See you later. My therapist appointment can't come soon enough. Thanks for coming to the stream. Cascadian 93. Remember when James Wood was arrested? Oh, wait. Is this my research by not a researcher? Did he say my research?
There's nothing funny about There's a lot of shills and fakes people out there trying to sell themselves out that were once very good. Very big when it comes to these platforms. YouTube, a lot of a lot of people, that just take the money or once worked for Trump.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
And now they're not.
Didn't the guy the other day compare masks to the mark of the beast? Probably.
There's a lot of people, Yeah, everybody's under arrest. Everybody, it's more than pedophilia. More than pedophilia rings going on. These are satanic Luciferian cults. And they're everywhere. They're underground everywhere in DUMBs, deep underground military bases. Trump has been eradicating them all, destroying them. Connected through maglev train systems.
That's why we have terrible public transportation in America and terrible infrastructure. All the infrastructure money was going to the pedophile ring transportation systems. That's a shame. What a shame. We did get the Hyperloop. It's just that only the Satanists can use it.
Tech, futuristic shit down there. Under the oceans, everything's connected. Children coming up missing. 800,000 children come missing in the United States every year.
Oh my god, I hate that they parrot this stupid statistic without even looking at it. Okay, 800,000 children go missing every year. Over 90% of them are taken by a family member. This is not some movie where people pull up in a white van and take random children. That's a very rare occurrence. 800,000 children go missing every year, and the vast majority are found. The vast majority are found. And when they are found, or even when they're not found, the majority is taken by either a family member or a friend of the family. This is not some secret Luciferian cult taking almost 1 million children a year. This is what people say when they're talking about, lies, damn lies and statistics. People cite statistics in an incredibly misleading way and then act like it services their point despite the fact that the statistic doesn't actually say what they're trying to imply. Did I hear Trump was caught on audio saying he was lying about COVID on purpose? Yeah, I know. It's not going to change anything. People on the right don't care.
And some of the kids are found, but, as of recently...
Some of the kids are found. The vast majority are found. What are you talking about?
We got to just tip our hats to President Trump and the task force. They got these guys like Tim Ballard. Amazing with OUR, Operation Underground Rescue.
Cascadia 93, and a lot of those who are taken in that white van usually are stolen to another to be used for slave sex work. True. Very depressing, but it is true. There are actual, trafficking rings that operate in the United States, but they're not satanic, and they're not involved with the Democratic Party, despite what Q claims.
Yeah, and, Operation Underground Railroad. And so, yeah, they're rescuing children. And let me tell you, it's just amazing. Former CIA guy, yeah, it's a former CIA guy, Tim Ballard. Amazing things happening. 123 kids, children rescued from Idaho, I want to say. Then there's 125 in Ohio, and about the 29. I want to say it was like 39 children rescued from Georgia last week as well. You know, people aren't really speaking about this. You know, the lamestream media, these outlets, they don't talk about it, man.
Do you have any sources for those claims? No, just a bunch of hashtags. That tracks.
This is real. It's happening. Trump is, and you know, he's saving the children. And while you guys are just talking about, oh, save our children on your Facebook and stuff, and this is how you feel, I hope you feel that way, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be human. You wouldn't. So while you guys are out there saying that, though, there's a difference from...
Isn't it frustrating seeing the people who are in, like, the bottom 10% of your high school class thinking all of a sudden that they are righteous crusaders that are going to, like, bring a new renaissance to the United States and the world? Like, guys, I get it. I'm sure it's very frustrating to be incredibly stupid and to not understand what's going on most of the time. But to latch on to something like this because you feel insecure about how stupid you are is so frustrating for everyone else. It is so unbelievably frustrating to hear these idiots be like, yeah, we're gonna... And you can... Daughter of Tiamat with 25 bits. Why are the children being kept in red states by your logic? Stellar Sea Cow with 5 bits. I have a source proving his claim is wrong if you want. I mean, sure. I don't even know if we need it, but yeah, we can look at it.
The people that are knowing that is wrong, and then... Let me tell you, there's levels to this shit. You gotta dig deep. Basically what I'm getting at, but you want to say, save our children, but at the same time... 5 minutes later, you're talking about rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. Man, that guy from the Black Panther. It talked about, they say he died of colon cancer, and I'm not here to speak bad upon the dead here, but, you know, tell you what, while he was alive, he was a Satanist.
No, he wasn't. Really? We're gonna shit talk Chadwick Boseman now? Ugh.
Just like everybody else in Hollywood. You don't get there, you don't get big there if you didn't do something or you weren't a part of something. You didn't sign that contract with Satan, just like they all do. They get that big and they stay that big for a reason. Everybody that's got these films, the most...
Because they're in popular movies and they act their parts well? That would be why.
You know, The Rock Johnson had the most appearances or the most money or whatever from Hollywood, how they grossed or whatever in 2019. Wonder why. And
because people enjoy Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I don't like the guy, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of people like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Supposedly he was another one executed. I'm not here to speak on that, you know, talk about...
How do we not have a bingo yet? Yeah, I'm a little surprised, honestly.
The Queen. There's not a Queen of England anymore, people. There's a king.
What? No. The Queen hasn't died. There's not a King of England right now, and there hasn't been for decades.
Gregory Joseph Hallett, look into that.
Do they mean Satan as in the literal Christian devil? Yeah. They think that Satan's like a literal real person, and that people in Hollywood literally sign contracts with Satan. They think that Satan is real.
Wrap your mind around it. At the United Nations.
Is there something problematic with Dwayne that I missed? Oh boy. In the 2016 election, he went on WWE and had a pretty sexist song number he did about Hillary Clinton. And I don't even like Hillary Clinton, but like the song itself was bad. It was literally just commenting on how Hillary Clinton looked and then calling her a bitch. And it was like, I was like, come on, dude, really? There are plenty of things to criticize Hillary Clinton for, but this is a real bad look. Really? Like, your avenues of attack against a female politician are that you think she's ugly and calling her a bitch? Ridiculous.
Nations, right after this pandemic happened, they took all the flags down outside of the main headquarters of the United Nations. I want to say that was in New York. the New York headquarters or whatnot. It's going down. You got to pick sides. You need to roll with Jesus. You need to roll with Satan. I would definitely discourage the latter. You wouldn't want to go down that route. You know, we're children of God. It's time to act like it. It's time to denounce all these other things. You know, the DNC last week, they take out under God in the Pledge of Allegiance.
That didn't even happen. This is like a thing that, again, this is how you know people like this don't actually read any news or watch anything like the DNC, because this didn't happen. This was a false rumor that got started, like, again, on places like 4chan and conservative subreddits where they were lying and saying that they took, like, under God out of the Pledge of Allegiance. First of all, would be fine. The Pledge of Allegiance didn't originally have that in it. That got added later, so I wouldn't care if it got taken out. In fact, I think that would be a good thing. Nonetheless, that's not a thing that happened. But these people are idiots who just parrot whatever thing they hear that fits their already existing worldview. It's absurd. Why America? These people have always existed through history, but why does America let them get a voice? Why my nation? Where did we mess up? Educational system. Our educational system is awful.
Every time, all of these Democrats, what side are they riding on? You don't really have to ask that question too hard. Open your eyes, man, because the symbolism is everywhere. The symbolism is everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, the upside down, the panic, you know, the upside down star right in front of on the podium. That's Bath.
We already had spurious symbology as evidence, but if you didn't have it already, tick that one off.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Can we count this man as word salad? He's saying 2 minutes worth of content in half an hour. Fine, sure. Do I have word salad? I don't think I do.
Baphomet, and it also says "Death to America" right there. The D2 and the A is a.
Oh, okay. The Hillary video was edited by a Trump supporter. Okay, good. I redact my statement about The Rock then.
Country of the United States of America, the outlined, you know, and so it says "Death to America." They put everything in front of your eyes. If you really look at it, you could say BLM. Somebody said.
I still don't like The Rock. I don't. Now I don't hate The Rock, but I'm still not a big fan of him. Everyone acts like everyone, and this is just a difference of opinion. This is something we can absolutely disagree on, unlike a lot of this other stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, The Rock is so funny and charismatic. I just don't find him funny. I don't find him charismatic. I think he's a bad actor. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But at least he's not a dick. That's good. This Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson were spouting this back in the 90s and 2000s. Get new BS, yeah.
He stands for Baal, L, Lucifer, and M for Moloch. You know, so it's everywhere. Black Lives Matter, Baal, Lucifer, Moloch. Maybe it's a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, they put everything there. Everything, the words, the wordplay, the numbers. Look at the Jewish gematria. I mean, if you really want to get deep into this and follow the Q proofs.
The Rock did use a lot of his humor on appearances, but that has to go on Vince McMahon more than anyone.
Everything's lining up, and it's biblical. Everything lines up. World leaders are all in cahoots, man. The heads of the corporations, they all bailed out before the coronavirus.
I wish all world leaders were in cahoots. Wouldn't it be nice if all the world leaders actually got along and had similar interests? That'd be nice.
All these major corporations, you know, Disney and LinkedIn and just
two corporations pulled out of nowhere. Disney, okay, biggest media conglomerate in the history of the world, fair enough. And LinkedIn? Why LinkedIn?
Everybody, the heads of, you know, Google and they're all, you know, make no mistake, yeah, all the tech guys in Silicon Valley. People who wrote there in cahoots. Jeff Bezos, who owns Whole Foods and owns, you know, he owns the Washington Post. He owns these newspapers. Jeff Bezos, you know.
Newspaper, singular. Unless you think Whole Foods is a newspaper.
Amazon, they own everything. So
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Out of all the companies to complain about owning everything, Amazon is kind of a weird one. I think Facebook is probably up there because they own multiple social media platforms. The same with Google, because they own Google, the search engine. They own Gmail. They own YouTube. They own all sorts of stuff. Amazon's not the example I'd go to. Getting a job is Satanism.
What's the scripture? It's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for donkey to go through the eye of a needle.
He can't even quote the Bible right. I'm an atheist and I know that. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Why do I know the Bible better than this guy? And he claims he's battling Satanists.
Needle. I think I said that right. Sometimes I get it. You know, so these people have sold out. Long story short, they sold out. And their time has come. These athletes, and I used to be a big NFL fan. I can't do it no more. Drew Brees with the helmet, and now he's going to put this guy Jacob Blake. They want to honor these people.
I was fine having African Americans entertain me by getting brain damage, but now that they're trying to use their platform to stand up for the civil rights of people who look like them, no thank you. Dude, fuck you.
Marxists, these Marxist agendas.
Define, I want to be in a room with this man so I can say, define Marxism. Define what you think Marxism means. And I want to see him fumble around for 5 minutes while he tries to talk about, like, cultural Marxism and the liberals and Stalin. And he'll have no idea what he's talking about. Tucker White 94. I'm just imagining a satanic Disney ritual. Ho-ho! Oh, I'll do the Mickey voice. Ho-ho! Time to send those QAnon fucks to the torture dungeon. Ho-ho! Dudes spanking dudes. I tried to argue with some transphobic Christian fascists using the Bible, and they said that it doesn't count since I didn't believe in the Bible. Like, just because I don't believe in your holy book doesn't mean your holy book is less true. Yeah, that's a strange argument. The point is that they believe it, so that's whatever. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, like, evangelical Christians are being inconsistent, but whatever. 5 minutes is generous, 30 minutes at least.
They're going too far. On another note, I'd just like to encourage you guys to stay in the Word, stay in your Bibles, and pray for the president. He's doing amazing things.
Ugh, no. Donald Trump is a bad guy. How hard is it for you people to understand? Children in cages, forced hysterectomies, talking about getting extra terms as president, lowering taxes on the rich permanently. Like, no, this is bad. Taking away the healthcare of trans individuals. Taking away the right of trans individuals to go and serve in the military. Like, what? No, bad. Underplaying COVID-19, leading to the deaths of 200,000 Americans and counting. Like, really? Do we really have to talk about this?
You know, cutting the payroll income tax, the income tax from the, and doing it into the future.
Payroll income tax. Bud, I hate to break it to you, but those taxes help fund a lot of things that would benefit you as a worker. And also, income tax decreases for the middle class that were put under Trump are temporary and they expire, I think, this year. They were put in place in 2016 and they expire this year. The tax breaks that were given to the very wealthy, though, no expiration date on those.
There's nothing funny
so
about
good job. You've successfully been conned by a con artist. Tucker White 94. Even ignoring the children in cages and racist rhetoric, Trump's just another rich, greedy Ferengi who's doing the bidding of corporate America. Yeah.
future with this Nassar Jassar. Who knows what's going to happen? Supposedly it's going to be announced on September 15th. And if that's the case, get your money out of your banks, because you can't trust these banks. They're all sinking with all these globalists, all these, technocrats, globalist scum that don't believe in borders, and their whole mission is to take out.
Me like when imaginary line dictates who gets to come and live near me. Me no like brown people. What a genius this guy is. Hey, even the Ferengi have standards. That's true. That's true.
Out America. Get your money out of the banks now. Get your money out of the banks before, if it's really September 15th. That's also the day I heard they were going to be burning all the masks.
Well, today's the 15th, and nothing has happened. Who would have thought this guy would be full of shit?
God. Thank God. Because we need to take a stand towards that.
Trump is too incompetent for the Ferengi. Yeah, the Ferengi want to make a profit. I think it's, I don't remember, I shouldn't just repeat things that I can't source immediately, but I'm going to do it anyway in this case, so take this with a grain of salt. But basically, I heard at some point, like, if Donald Trump literally just took, like, all the money he got from his father when he died and put it in, like, the market in general, with a diversified portfolio, he'd be worth more now than he is with all the actual investments he's made, because he's bad at it. It's not hard to become a billionaire when you start with hundreds of millions of dollars. You just need time, because that's how it works under capitalism. You invest your money and it makes money for you, and you don't have to do anything.
And to contributing towards a good cause, to save ourselves, and to free ourselves so we could speak. The mask is holding us so we can't speak to our neighbor, be in fear.
Byron, not Byron. Thank you for following. Can I turn the volume up? Sure. Small loan of $1 million.
Taking Trump a while. Everything can't come out to the light because look at
the thing that I think people, the small loan of $1 million line is even worse considering he got that loan in like the 70s. Like, I don't remember. I think I looked this up once. I don't remember the exact year, but it was stated in articles about this what year he got that small loan of $1 million. And it's not even like even if you considered a loan of $1 million today small, which it isn't. It was given in like the 60s or the 70s, and it would equal like $20 or $30 million today. Like, if you give me $20 million, I can make money. Anyone can make money with $20 million. Talk about being born on third base and thinking you hit a home run. Ridiculous.
There's 3 branches: executive, right?
Trump's dad gave him confirmed $500 million, like after he died. Yeah. Anyone could turn $500 million into $1 billion given like 20 or 30 years. Anyone could do it. Like, that's what I think some people don't get about stuff like this. Like, you just need to find a competent money manager and have them deal with it. And you're set for not only your life, but like 1,000 more lifetimes. It's ridiculous.
And judicial and legislative. And Trump's got the executive branch, him in his house. The white, it's pretty cleaned up, I'd imagine, but the other branch.
Which is why all of Trump's campaign managers have been indicted. Yeah, you're right. He really cleaned house by hiring all the criminals and bringing them into his administration. Heard something about how Trump's business was supposed to fail? Which business? He's had many businesses. Like, he has his, of course, real estate stuff, but he also had a casino. He tried to do steaks for a while. He's had multiple businesses.
He's working through this judicial system. By the way, he's going to, yesterday announced that he's going to replace, or going to be adding 2 or 3, a few more, I want to say a few more Supreme Court justices.
And again, this guy is not even explaining. He read a thing and didn't understand it. This is how stupid this man is. Trump came out and said, like, here are 3 people that if I get reelected, I would put on the Supreme Court. He did not say, I'm going to expand the Supreme Court. He did not say that. Like, this guy has no ability to read and synthesize information. How do these people put their shoes on in the morning? It's so weird. Wind Chanter, because when I shop at the Sharper Image, I totally want to see their selection of fine meats. Yeah, he was selling Trump steaks out of Sharper Image, I think.
That's big because the Democrats are already talking about how they're not going to accept the outcome of the election.
Oh my God.
You're not going to accept it. That they're already displaying that narrative out there because they know they've been beat. They can't win this election. The only way they can is by fraud.
My God, I can't wait. I'm going to save this guy under conspiracy if his channel doesn't get deleted. And then if Biden wins, I want to see how gracefully he decides to take that loss.
This mail-in voter ballots.
Yeah, Trump is the one saying this. I know. The projection is absurd.
It's fraud, and there's so many ways they could do it.
No, stop. He literally just listens to sound bites from Trump, and like his brain doesn't at all go, hey, should we like check and see if any of this is true? He just goes, no, Donald Trump said it. It's true.
And the Democrats are acting like it's not possible, or we should be scared to vote for because there's this virus, quote, which, by the way, I don't even believe there is one. I believe it's...
Okay, you can believe the moon doesn't exist, too. It doesn't change the fact that it does. Your idiocy is not equivalent to someone else's actual knowledge. You don't get to say, like, I just don't believe in the virus. Okay, there are literally pictures of it, if you want to see it. They've done, like, microscopy of it. I mean... What do you mean you don't believe in the virus? There have been 200,000 dead people. What is wrong with you? Let's see worldwide COVID deaths. Worldwide COVID deaths, 931,000. Almost 1 million people have died. And this has only been around for like a little under a year. And this guy's like, I don't think it's real.
In our bodies by previous, what? Yep. Previous, let's just say vacations. And now you're being made vulnerable to what is in the air as far as these radio waves, and you know what kind of...
Look, another person who doesn't understand that the electromagnetic spectrum exists, whether we're sending signals on it or not.
That comes after 4G. You guys need to open your eyes.
What comes after 4G?
This is not just regular warfare.
I'm going to count that as 5G. He's clearly implying 5G. If you have 5G, hit that on your bingo cards.
This is irregular warfare at its finest. And, yeah, trust the plan. Get on board with the Q-Wagon, you know what I mean? Ride hard with it,
I can't wait till 6G, because they'll not only be like, oh, it's going to cause disease or whatever, because they said the same thing about 4G and I think even 3G. And, conspiracy theorists come up with all sorts of stuff when there's, like, some sort of change like that. But the bonus will be when it's 6G... They'll be like, 6G, like the number of the beast. Even though, of course, there were 5Gs before that, so it makes sense why they... Noob Monster, thanks for subscribing. Hi, Hannah in chat. Hello, Noob Monster. Welcome to the stream.
Take Jesus' word, to be all you need. But at the end of the day, you need to inform yourself. And God's given us this QAnon movement for a reason, and to open our ears, God bless us so where we have eyes to see and ears to hear, and because we need it right now. We need discernment. Even with all this information, I think it's very important, I might add, that we pray for discernment, because we could be led astray. That's why I think you got to check your spirit and ask yourself that at the end of the day. Ask the Lord that.
Sushi Bomb says the funniest thing about 5G people is the frequency used for 5G is the same frequency that analog TV stations were broadcast on. People didn't die then. I know. It's so stupid. Like, these people think that they're turning on a 5G tower and it's just like emitting these like
nothing funny about the tools
when
of
we
capitalism.
send signals using the electromagnetic spectrum, like, the electromagnetic spectrum is there all the time. It's just that, like, you can use specific frequencies so that when you tune to that frequency and you're sending a signal with it, it'll, like, pick it up. But, like, there are radio waves, and light is an electromagnetic wave, right? Like visible light. There's all sorts of electromagnetic energies that are all around us all the time. We're fine. We're fine. Bobbing for giblets, 5G, because this is the 5th time they tried it, like the Matrix.
That, more importantly, is it's a sneaky world we live in. You know, it's a really tricky and crazy world. You know, time for my Midnight Riders, man. Keep moving. Q posted the other night about the Midnight Riders. That was good. You know, all this stuff is just correlating too perfectly. It's just too this shit is nuts right now. Hard to believe. You know, and the links between the Godfather movies, and they sing those 2 songs from the Godfather after the RNC. Donald Trump pointed up towards the musician. There's 2 songs. I forget the name of it. Something Maria, Italian song. You know,
Ave Maria.
everything is very. We're watching a movie here. We're watching a movie, guys.
Guys, there was a song at a rally, and there are songs in movies, so real life is like a movie, right?
Get your popcorn ready, because I feel like the movie's already over.
There's nothing funny about the tools
We're
of
just watching
capitalism.
when it's already been shot.
Repeat
We're
after
watching,
me,
like, the
kids.
reenactment.
Correlation
And they
is
put all their
not
actors into place and
causation.
stuff, all these clones, and you know, I believe it. I believe this.
Clones? Do we have clone? We should put clones on the bingo card sometime.
Stuff is really wild. You know, and
This is definitely word salad. This is for sure. If you didn't already have that, put that down. Where's word salad? We really he's gotta really nail this in the last couple minutes, because this is the last video we're gonna do before I call it a night. And, like, we still haven't had a bingo, and it's crazy.
Donald Trump's got to work.
If we don't get a bingo, I'll still randomly gift a sub, but it's funner when someone wins.
You know, through all this stuff, you know, demonic stuff, man. He's fighting a different battle in different realms, unseen to the human eye. Unless you're in tune with your third eye, and you really have.
Oh, I do have it? Hold on. B2. There we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, I just need ancient wisdom, and I'd win.
A relationship with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the one true Son of the one true King, the one true only living God. You know, unless you follow Him, you might be a little bit confused at this point. You might not want to believe it. You want to just keep eating your blue pills and say, "I'm fine with this." And it's not the time to act like that. It's time to step up and realize that you might not know as much as you thought you knew. You know, check yourself and say, I don't know everything. You know, too many people have been speaking out.
There's nothing funny about the
I just
tools
figured
of
I'd say a couple
capitalism.
words, but
Confusing correlation with causation. Did I have that somewhere? I don't have it, but yeah, I think that would be knocked off.
anyways, God bless you guys. Love you all. Shouts out to big shout out to my guy Prime Minister. Much love, my guy. Much love, my guy.
Jaco Faces with a bingo. Give me your
I
card.
appreciate
Leave me a link to your card and I'll check
you,
it.
man. Appreciate the support and appreciate the love, man. Prime Minister. He's on Facebook as well, but you know, YouTube channels, Prime Minister with a Y. But
That's how
yeah,
science
my big
works,
bro,
Illuminati,
man. I appreciate
chat,
your encouragement.
word
I probably
salad,
wouldn't have done
satanic
this
child
video
abuse.
even if it wasn't for
Right
you.
on, you win.
You know, your kind words and your
Jake of
encouragement, my
Aces,
man. You're my brother.
congrats.
You're on my
You already
prayers,
have
and,
a sub. Let me
appreciate
write
all the
that
work
down
you do,
so I
man.
can
Your
get you
channel's
next
off.
time.
Your channel's off the hook, man. It's an awesome channel. Really, I've been following all these QAnons. I follow Red Pill 78, X22. You know, I follow all that. Yeah, I used to follow Dustin Nemo. You just follow all kinds of stuff, man. Alice Down the Rabbit Hole and Weekend Warrior. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Some really good ones. Really good memes on those pages. But your channel, man.
Have a good night, Daddy Sume. Thanks for coming to the stream.
So yeah, man, appreciate the encouragement. And anyways, I just want to pray for everybody and lift up the president, the nation, lift up all my people that I network like that, and I network with like that. You know, just want to show thanks, and I want to just tell you guys to get out there and vote for Trump. He's trying to promote change to this country, but with the likes of, you know, this country and this world has never seen. Our country is under attack. You know, they're not after Trump. He's just in the way. They're trying to get to us, and God bless. You know, just got to be thankful to God that He sent, you know, somebody to get the job done here.
Honestly, if God sent Trump, I probably would be a Satanist.
In this earthly realm, in the physical sense, because man, we needed it. You know, we needed somebody to come through. But anyways, love you guys. I'm gonna make this under 20 minutes. Usually try to make it under 10 minutes, as a matter of fact.
Okay, this guy's rambling. That's the end of that. Okay, so that's enough QAnon stuff. I am very over QAnon. Next week for Tinfoil Tuesday, we'll do cryptids, because boy oh boy, I cannot deal with this level of stupidity that actually affects the lives of people. So annoying.